What's going on, guys? Love out to everybody. We got Contender Series 2024 Week 8 predictions here, guys. Quick breakdown for you. Before I get started, though, hit the thumbs up button. Also subscribe to this channel. Also check out my Patreon account for all my Facebook prediction and prop plays. And you can also donate to my PayPal account here, guys. Right? We're gonna fly through this real fast. Before I do that, we're gonna take a quick look, a recap on that Paris card, that UFC card here. Moicano versus Denis, right? Pretty good card. A lot of excellent fights in this card here. Chris Duncan, like I said, I believe I was the only one that had Chris Duncan. I know that everybody was going for okay, and I said Chris Duncan will win the fight. Like I said, Chris Duncan is very experienced, man, and okay, there's little holes that I see. And even though Chris Duncan is hittable, but he's still experienced, right? So he got that guillotine and he was pretty much out. The referee took a little while to stop that, though, and he was like totally out. And then I guess Chris Duncan kept on hitting him, but it was like, but he was non-responsive, right? So they had to stop the fight because he was non-responsive. They didn't know that he was out. So I mean, that's a good one for Chris, and hopefully okay is okay. Hopefully okay is okay. Okay, which he seems okay. All right, so that's a good one for Chris. Jacqueline here went in there, did a thing. That's a split decision. I disagree with that. I felt that was a unanimous decision, but it is what it is. That's a good performance from those guys there. Daniel here and Victor went in there, and Daniel and Victor did pretty good, but was keep getting knocked down, and that's why Daniel won that fight. But Daniel did pretty good job in that fight, but Victor was doing good, on the outside picking a shot, but he just kept getting knocked down by just one punch. But it is what it is, Guy like Daniel packed up the power, man, right? Alan Perez and Dario. Alan Perez went in there and did their thing too. Like I said, Dario doesn't really have that ground game, and Alan went in there and submitted her. It is what it is, right? Taylor Lapalus and Vince Morales. Taylor went in there and did his thing. But Vince also did his thing too. Vince didn't look bad in this fight. He hung with Taylor and showed that he's still a skilled guy. All right, so Vince will be back, guys. All right. Klein and Roosevelt Roberts. Roberts did good in this fight too, even though Klein won, but Roberts was taking it to him, man. There's points of the fight where I thought that Roberts could actually get the win. Maybe by even a finish. But Roberts should be back, man. He showed a lot of composure in this fight and shows a lot of improvement. Right, so it's a good fight for him, and a good fight for Klein too, right? Omar and Jung, it's a good performance by Omar. In the first round there was kind of tricky. It seems like Jung, he was using more of his experience because Jung is a more experienced guy. But Omar hanging there, came back and pulled off the win, man. Good performance by both guys. Ian and Ivan. Actually, this probably could be Ian's best performance that I've seen by split decision, but he composed himself, his antics, he wasn't doing it as much. And that's the thing, you always remember, guys, whenever you do anything, you do it with love. Even if, you guys are still fighting, but, but the energy you put out is the energy you get back, right? So you got to control your emotions. And I know that's hard to do for a lot of people, to control that emotion, man, because, things get to you, and then it's not only things get to you, you have the system, you have society, you have your family, if you have kids, and just a bunch of your job, everything can get to you and then put you in a bad place mentally. So that's why controlling your emotion is very important. And that's something that I had to learn myself too, which I did learn that, and I'm getting better at it, right? I've been doing this now for maybe like 2-3 years. I kind of control my emotions. I don't let my emotions get the best of me. And this goes for anything, man. You could say whatever you want to say to me, and people could try to, give me a hard time and try to push me over the edge. But then I will notice that, but then I will handle it in a respectful manner instead of like cursing back. I want to fight, right? I just say, I just say love, guys. There's no problem. I'm not here to have an argument. I see that you're trying to, push me over the edge and try to get me angry, but it's not going to work because I know that that's what you're trying to do. And, and I would say just leave me alone. I don't, it's better if you don't talk to me. I just keep it honest like that. And if I keep on going and then, I'm just going to just not say anything. I'm just going to be silent. And then if you come in my face, I'm barking, I'll just be silent. And I won't move because remember, people will trigger you, man. and because they want you to get a reaction out of you. And that's why they say that sometimes the best the best reaction is not to give no reaction. You know what I'm saying? And that might seem strange, but why? There's a difference if the guy is attacking you and you feel a life in danger. Then that's different. But there are people out there that will try to push your button. And once they get you to that point, then they play victim. And that's how they get you. Right? And this goes for even in a relationship with a woman or a man or whatever. They will push you over the edge just to get you there. And when you fall for it and start barking back, now the woman gonna play victim now and say you did this, you did that, you did this. But then guess what? She's the one that pushed you over the edge. She's the one that started everything. But the fact that you don't know how to control your emotions and you're not seeing what's happening here and how this game is played, you let her play you and put you in that position to make you angry. No, she got something to say now, even if you didn't do anything. And in this world we live in, sometimes the woman word goes a long way, man. It is what it is, man. So you got to control that emotion. But good performance by Ian there, and he showed composure, he showed discipline, and he needs to keep fighting like that. If he keeps with that energy, that positive energy, he will keep winning fights. And good performance by Ivan. You know, he showed good composure, and he showed that he's a skilled fighter and he belongs in UFC, right? Zam and Matt, yeah, man. Zam looked like the guy that I was breaking down. Maybe he looks like the guy that I was breaking down before he fought Claudio, right? When he fought Claudio was taking him down, man, and he just didn't look good in that fight. It's strange, you know, because but when you fight Jai Herbert and even Michael Figlil, you know, he looked different. But you know, against Claudio, he's getting taken down. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, you know, Matt could come in and do the same thing. You know, Matt is a better wrestler, but that wasn't the case, man. This guy, and he even got a finish. That's his first finish in the UFC. That's his first finish. That was a brutal knockout, though, man. And I don't like to use the word hope, but for these guys, you gotta say, you know, I guess it looks like he was okay. But he went to the hospital, I think, and checked him out, a CTE scan and all these things. And it's a deadly sport, guys. He got kneed hard. That was a nasty knockout, because when he got kneed hard, he lost consciousness while in the air, so his head bounced off the canvas. So a lot of whiplashing going on there. He took damage, man. Even though the CT scan say whatever you want to say, he took damage, man. That's a nasty knockout. I mean, good performance by Zion. You know, went in there and showed good takedown defense, and he was taking down Matt. So it is what it is, man. You know, what I see from Matt now, I don't know. He's been getting knocked out a lot. That's a sign right there, man. That maybe, you know, maybe not the sport, maybe not for you no more. You know what I'm saying? So, but it is what it is, man. But Zam is rangy, and you know, and he showed that he has a lot of improvement. His ground game, his striking, you know, his striking was always there. But I feel with him and Claudio, I believe they're friends. I just felt like he wasn't fighting in that fight because those guys were friends. I could tell. Even with the striking, he wasn't committing in that fight a lot. And I noticed that. Because I see him fight better than that. I see him improve. And in the Claudio fight, it seemed like he declined. I'm like, that don't seem right, but they're friends though. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like he wasn't going 100% on Claudio. He kept the fight kind of close and played the wrestling game. But it is what it is. But good performance by both guys here. Morgan and Gabriel, yeah, like what I called it, Morgan second round finish, and that's exactly what happened, right? Did I have it a second round finish? I think I did, right? Yep, Morgan second round finish. Yep. Yeah. So it is what it is there, man. And I had Battle. Oh, okay, I had Battle. Battle did good in this fight, man. Like I knew he would. He went in there and showed composure. You know, strike it out a little bit. Couldn't really get the takedowns because Kevin had that BJJ. He had that judo black belt. His base is very strong with the judo. And he looked at the time, and he looked at the clock, and when he looked at the clock, he was trying to see what the time was because he was going to finish Kevin. He knew that he was going to finish him, so he wanted to go 100% at a certain point when he looked at the clock. And then he went and then just finished the fight. You know, that's a good performance by Brian Battle. Brian Battle has improved a lot, man. This guy's a very skilled guy, man. Hats off to Kevin. He went in there and did his stint too, you know. William Gomes and Brito. This fight was a controversial fight. I could see how Gomes could win, but I also could see that Brito also won too. So I felt Brito kind of won the fight, but it is what it is. But Williams is hometown favorite. So when I saw it going to decision, I knew Gomes was going to win, man. I see it. Because he's a hometown guy, man. And the fight is so close enough, you can just give it to him. And exactly what happened. It is what it is. He uses range. He uses range and distance and timing and move around and pick his shots. Brito was just winging and swinging punches. Catch him a couple times. But the guy rangy, he's good with the movement, and he won. Now he's on a 4-fight winning streak. So the guy is skilled, man. Obviously, the guy is unorthodox. So it's hard to hit him. You know what I mean? So this is 4-fight win streak. The guy is skilled, man. So he's good with movement, good timing and distance range management. So it's not all about knocking somebody out. You go in there and swing, and you can't hit them. Then what happened? He started to stand also and counter you. I think he was countering Brito a lot in this fight. You know what I mean? But I could see how Brito could have won because Brito got takedowns and Brito hit him with a couple of shots too. But it is what it is. Good performance by both guys. Ivanov and Brandon Allen. Ivanov looked very good in this fight, man. I expected more from Brandon Allen, man. He didn't look too good in this fight, man. In the first round, yeah, he got a takedown. That's what I expected. But he was pushing so many takedowns that he gassed himself out. And his striking didn't look bad. And he was landing strikes on Ivanov. At times, it looked like he was winning the striking. But he kept on going for takedowns and gassed himself out. So it is what it is, man. But good performance by Ivanov, though. And Renato versus Denis. Renato looked good in this fight, man. The first round, he could have beaten on Bennett. And, yeah, it is what it is. You have to stop the fight. In the second round, you can't see, you can't fight unless he's American Ninja. You know, the American Ninja movie with Michael Dudikoff, if you guys know what that movie is. You know, he had the blindfold on and he trained to fight blind. You know what I mean? So, yeah, if you can, or unless he's American Ninja, they're going to stop the fight because his eyes shut completely so he can't see. Or unless he's American Ninja or Michael Bisping. I believe Michael Bisping fought a fight and not able to see because his eyes, he lost one of his eyes. So I believe a couple times or 1 or 2 fights he was fighting and wasn't able. I don't know how they sanctioned that fight, and he wasn't able to see out of the eye. He barely could see, man. But it is what it is, though. Actually, health is a wealth. Remember that, guys. And a good performance by Renato. Went in there and did his stint, man. And it's one of those fights where I had Renato winning because, like I said, experience goes a long way. Same thing with Chris Duncan. The experience goes a long way. And when you see the odds looking like that, you have a guy that's like plus 200 and something. I think Renato was like plus 260 or something like that. That's freaking ridiculous, dude. That's ridiculous. That's freaking ridiculous, bro. He was plus 235. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Saint Denis. I mean, the guy is good and hit hard, but he got knocked out by his recent fight. Not recent, but he got knocked out by Dustin Poirier, right? So, yeah, I mean, he was like 290, almost 300 negative. That is nuts. So when you see us looking like that, and you know the guy's experience, he'd be better going underdog. I mean, I'm just saying, especially when the guy is winning fights. It's not like Renato is declining and he's not winning. You don't know if Renato is getting knocked out in the fights and like 2-fight losing streak, then you probably say, oh, okay. But his last loss was 2022, and he has now 3-fight winning streak, and he was beating some good guys, man. So actually, he was beating experienced guys. I'm not saying that Saint Denis is not experienced, but there's levels to the game, man. He's not as experienced as Renato. All right. So good card here, guys. We're gonna jump over to the Contender series. We're gonna take a look at this UFC 307 also. We're gonna work on that one for you guys there. Okay, quick look here, man, on on the other card here. Hold on here for a second. Okay, let's quick. Alex Pereira and Khalil Ronchu Jr. This is a pretty good card. A pay-per-view card here. Recal Panton, Julian Pena, Jose Aldo versus Mario Batista. Jose Aldo is very experienced here, guys. Stephen Thompson and Wake Buckley. Stephen Thompson is very experienced also, guys. You gotta be careful with that one. Tim Means and Court McGee. Wow. Okay, they put the same Pro and span back on this card. Alright, so quick fly through with this one. Moving kind of fast here, guys. Don't want to spend too long on this. I just came for the Contender series here, but it is what it is. What am I doing here, man? What am I doing, man? Contender series here, guys. Not to sort real quick. First fight here, we got Christian Savo versus Jacobe Smith. Or Jacobe Smith. My bad there, guys. Trying to pronounce these names better. Christian here, he comes out while kind of brawls a little bit, will gas out, and can get taken down, man, and can get sub also. But I feel like with this guy here, I feel like he could be a little more experienced, kind of. But what I see from Smith, though, man, Smith looks pretty good, dude. Smith is very athletic. He got a wrestling on him. Let me see here. And we'll let me see here. He's also he's also heavy-handed. And hold on there. What I have here? Swing while. Let me see. Yeah. Alright, so this guy here is a pretty strong wrestling base, and he will look to friggin' he will swing, knock you down, knock you out, and he will grind you up for a win here, man. What I see from Christian, though, Christian doesn't look bad in a kind of way, but like I said, he will gas out, and the thing is that he can get taken down. This fight here is kind of like, I have it 50-50, but I feel like Smith should win. But I'll be careful with it still, and I have this fight by decision. I'm not sure I have it by decision, but I just have it by decision, though, man. Yeah, man, I have it by decision. The thing about Christian here, Christian can get taken down, man. So that's one of the things here. So I mean, I'm going to go with Smith. I'm going to say Smith by decision, guys, but I'm not confident, though. Alright? Like I said, the Contender series fighters, I got to be very careful with it, because these guys are not, they're not that really tested so much, so it's hard, and, it's hard to make a decision in it. Next fighter, we got Abdullah Rami versus Torrez Finney. So Torrez Finney is back. Rami here seems to be like all over the place at times. Can get taken down. Can get knocked down, can get controlled on the ground, but he will throw down with you, though. He will actually brawl and let his hands go once he see the opening, right? His opponent here, Torres, making his third Contender series. His third Contender series, I believe. Hold on there. His third Contender series in 2024, is it? No, okay. His last one was 2023. Okay. So he's gonna make, okay, so it's his third one. And like I said, guys that made their third Contender series showing, yeah, they usually win the fight, man. You know what I mean? Especially even they're making the second one. So I feel Torres should win this fight, and just off the wrestling too, man. Because the guy here, Rami, can get taken down. It's gonna be his third time. This guy's very athletic, like we know. Power takedowns, ground and pound, heavy on the heavy punches on the ground. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Torres here. I'm gonna say Torres by KOTK in the first round. I'm gonna say 60 Torres and 40 Rami, but still be careful, though. I mean, but because Rami, what I see from him, he can throw the hands, but the takedowns, man. Even if Torres goes to decision, it is what it is. I don't know if he wants to do that, though, because Dana White. This is his third time. You may see my fourth time. I don't know. But I said KOTK, though. I'm going to give him a finish. KOTK in the first one, alright? Next fighter, we got David Martinez versus Xavier Franklin. David Martinez here is a pretty good fighter, dude. He will counter you coming in, and usually with the right, I believe. Seems to have a karate kind of style there. Spinning heel kicks, quick at the movement, quick roundhouse kicks. His movement is pretty good. His defense, stand-up defense, his offense, his defense is pretty good. Offense is pretty good too. But he can get touched though and get knocked down, but he recovers well though. And his movement, like I said, his movement is pretty good, man. This guy's pretty well rounded all the way around. His opponent here though, Franklin though. Franklin is pretty aggressive. Franklin kind of remind me of a Smith. The first fight I brought down with Smith. Very athletic dude, pack power, wrestling, very explosive. His striking is pretty good. His footwork is good. He stays on you. A lot of pressure, man. This is a tough one here, guys. I'm picking Martinez because I think Martinez is just more experienced, a more skilled guy. But Franklin is also skilled. And this could be a fight where Franklin can pull off a win here, guys. I'll be very... This is probably the only fight. This is the fight here where I'm not too sure in. And I feel that Franklin could win, but I'm picking Martinez because I just feel experience from Martinez and also the movement, the striking, but Franklin has that too, but it can go either way, to be honest. But I say 50-50. I say 50-50. I say Martinez for the win by decision, but Franklin can win, guys, so be very careful, okay? Next fight, we got Alberto Montes versus Carlos Calderon. This is Alberto short notice, I believe. Yep. Supposed to be Robbie Ring. Hold on there. My bad there, guys. I said this wrong. Alberto. I'm sorry about that, guys. It's going to be freaking... My bad there, guys. It's going to be Carlos short notice for Carlos. I'm sorry about that. Short notice for Carlos. Alright. Alberto is supposed to fight Robbie Ring, but Ring he withdrew, right? And also Torrez Finney is a short notice, but I mean the guy been a contender. This is his second time, dude. He's actually ready, man. So I mean, in my opinion, but yeah, what I see from Montes here, Montes has a Taekwondo base, a karate base, BJJ black belt, I believe. Grappling is pretty good. It has like 5 by submission. He has more submissions than knockout. I think he has a 1 by knockout. But his striking is not bad. He's been proven over the years. His takedown is good. His grappling, he can lock up undercutter chokes on you and pull it off real quick. Get your back. This guy's pretty skilled, in my opinion. His opponent here, Carlos, who's on a short notice, also loves submissions too. Got a 3-inch of height. He could have the longer reach here too. Loves the triangle choke though, but he likes to be on his back though, man. He's one of these guys where he will look for takedowns, but he doesn't mind being on his back because he throw up triangle chokes on you, right? He will also strike with you also, but I'm liking Montes here. I must say, I just feel Montes is just a more skilled guy here, especially with the ground and the striking. So I'm going to go Alberto Montes. I'm going to say Alberto Montes by submission, guys, in the first round. Huh? All right. I'm going to say 50-50 though, man. Because like I said, Carlos ain't bad. He's short notice though, but Carlos also got submissions and he likes to be on his back. And if you flick up a triangle choke, you never know, right? Anything is possible. Nothing guaranteed. Main fight here, we got Diyar Nurgozhay versus Botox Swetsky. Diyar here, Kazakhstan fighter, man. And you know what they say about the Kazakhstan fighters? Kazakhstan fighter, Georgia fighters, they're some badasses, man. Right? So this guy here, from what I see, is a pretty badass, man. He moves well, good combination, set up off the hand for the kicks. Fast head kicks for a big dude. Can get taken down though, but scrambles up well. Will also look for the takedown. And also reverse it and take you back down. So this guy's pretty good in my opinion. As a Kazakhstan guy, his Kazakhstan dudes, like I said, pretty badasses, man. I forgot the name of the guy that's Kazakhstan in the UFC, and I believe he's undefeated. I forgot his name though, but he's a pretty badass too. If you guys know his name, just leave it in the comment box. His opponent here though, Botox. Botox is not bad either, man. This guy moves pretty well, striking, light on the foot. I'm not sure about his ground game though, if he can get taken down, but his striking looks very good. Can get flat-footed at times, but I like Diyar though, man. I feel Diyar could hit harder, and I feel Diyar push more takedowns and mix it up a little more. What I see from Botox is more like stand-up, but his stand-up is not bad. He's in and out, he moves quick with the punches, he counter strikes. You know what I'm saying? He kicks, he mixed up very well. You know, he just doesn't look bad. It can, to me, I feel it's an even fight, to be honest with you. So you need to be careful with this one too, guys. I must say Diyar. I must say Diyar by decision. But it also could be a finish, which Dana White or Uncle Dano is looking for finishes. So me saying decision may not be good for Diyar here, man, because he probably gonna need a finish. But what I see from Bortos, though, that guy can fight too, man. The guy is skilled, man. So both guys are skilled. But like I said, those Kazakhstan, the Georgia fighters, the Kazakhstan guys, Georgia fighters, those guys are some badasses, man. I like them a rap. Those guys are badass. Those guys will go in there and fight. And you hit them, they keep coming, right? So that's it right there, guys. We're gonna take a look at the man, I didn't look at the odds while I was breaking it down. But let's take a quick look here anyway. You got Smith here as 540. Holy crap. It's kinda high, man. I don't I mean, Smith is athletic, quick guy, his wrestling is good, striking, power hitter. He should win, but I still be careful. But I feel like he's a better fighter than Christian, though. So, you know. Torrez, short notice, 238, third time on the Contender series. Like I said, most of the guys that come back, they usually win, man. So, I think I don't know, I feel he's going to win. All right. David Martinez is 210. I disagree with that one, man. Xavier Franklin and Martinez is an even fight, guys. This is the only fight that I'm not sure with. Like, I'm really, really not sure about this fight. I feel like Franklin could win because of the forward pressure. You know what I mean? And Martinez will counter, but if he can knock out Franklin, you know, it's going to be one of those fights where it's backpedaling and then Franklin's just punching, moving forward on him and score for points and win by decision or split decision. So this fight here with Martinez and Franklin, you got to be careful with it, man. I feel like Franklin could win, guys. All right. Montes is 345. Holy crap. I disagree with that. Odds on him is too high, guys. Carlos, short notice, but I feel Carlos could have a shot here, man. Believe me. You know, we see upsets in Contender series and we see upsets in UFC all the time. So we got to be very careful with that, especially when the odds are this high. I don't think Alberto should be so high because Carlos is not bad. You know what I'm saying? He has ways to win by submissions, and the striking is not like good as Montes, but he still can throw the hands, dude. So the first one I'm not sure with is Franklin and Martinez. Definitely, this could be an upset. This is the first one, even. Second would be Montes and Carlos. Be very careful with this one too, man. Odds is way, way too high, man. Diyar and Bortos, even fight for me too, man. I could see Bortos possibly getting a win here, man, but I feel Diyar may have this one, but it should be an even fight, man, guys. Okay, so we got 3 fights here. That could be an upset. The reason why I'm going for Diyar and I'm going for Montes because the skill set wise, I feel like they're the more skilled guys and they should win in the sense of skill wise. But when you look at the odds here, it kind of like they're too high on the odds. It is nuts, you know, because the other guys are good too and can win. You know what I mean? So you gotta be very careful with this one, man. The ones I feel more sure with is the Smith and the Torrez fight. Even though Smith is high, but I feel Smith should win this fight. And the other 3 here, it would be more like Franklin winning maybe. And I feel Montes possibly should win or he will win. And Diyar. It could go like that. Or this could be if a super upset card. It could go Smith, Finney, Franklin, Carlos, and Diyar. Or it could go Bortos. So these 3 here could be dogs, in my opinion. The odds is way too high on them, man. Be careful with that one, guys. You could flip it around. You could go underdog. But, you know what I mean? I have all favorites here. And we know that in the Contender series, it usually doesn't work out like that. Especially when the odds are super high like that. You know what I mean? Even with Smith right here. You know, with Jacobe Smith, you know, that one could be a friggin' upset too. I mean, I like Smith, but I feel he's way too powerful. He hits hard and he's quick takedowns and everything. I feel like Christian can get taken down and he's kind of hittable. But you never know, man. We see this all the time. So that's it right there, guys. Don't forget to check out my Patreon account, where I'm gonna leave my face-off predictions on there. So I may make changes on face-off depending on like the mannerisms of the guy and how the guys behave. And a thing that I didn't mention with the last UFC with Gomes and Brito on the face-offs, man. You see what Brito did, right? Or Brito pulled on his arm. Exactly. Brito disrespect him. When you do antics like that, that's bad energy you're creating. You know what I'm saying? Ian used to do that a lot, and he didn't do it too much on Discord. He still yelled, but he kind of composed himself a little bit. Brito freaking pulled on his arm, and then they went to face again, and he did it again. That's disrespect. When you do things like that, everything is based off energy, guys. Remember this. And everything is based really on love. But like I said, evil entities and evil things are happening out here. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of things that we may be doing, you know, we think that it's good, but it's actually evil stuff that we're participating in. So when you treat people in a certain way and you disrespect them and like you talk dirty to them and you push them and carry on with that kind of manner, your emotions flare up. And when you're emotional like that, it creates bad energy inside of you, right? It's like it makes you off balance. And that's how you can read guys. You can read people like that from their eyes and from the way how they behave. You can read them from their mannerisms and how they speak and just the body language. And the body language that Brito did, that's kind of messed up. Yeah. So even though I felt he kind of won, but France gave it to Gomez. Exactly. See that? So that's it right there, guys. One love to everybody. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the thumbs up button. The plays a bit down below, and you guys keep on kicking, man. One love to everybody, and stay composed. Control the emotions. Remember, emotion is the enemy, right? So if you get emotional over things, you end up losing yourself. Stay grounded, stay focused, stay disciplined. One love.